Hey guys, you're welcome on here. It's a pleasure to have you. This is Essay Idemuda and you're on Topical with Essay. So episode 3 of the bbnaija reunion, and here we have to do a review and analysis of it. If of course a real drama had started and we've seen it today in the show, like everything on today was based on insecurity, abrasiveness, yes I got it right, bragging and what have you. Okay, the show actually started by Ebuka asking the housemate who or what they thought the greatest show off was. Of course your queen of highlight must be among there, or would definitely be, yeah. And then the other housemate measured Messi, Tacha, and then Omashola. So eventually those are the names that popped up, and then Ebuka eventually got to ask Messi, like, okay Messi, what's up, that how come, what was the motive behind her coming with so much attires, with fashion accessories and all of that. Of course you know her, she said that was her way of life, so it's a part of her, so there was nothing she could do about that. Well, simply that is who she is. She's a fashionista, she's someone who likes fashion and what have you. So I have some things really listed out there, but let's be honest, the real drama has started and it's really beginning to really more interesting and exciting. Like, okay, people management, human resources, I'll just say human resources, people management and what have you that have been underlining has really been showcased in this. In the same vein, people were like, okay, Jackie in the same vein, and Ebuka had to ask her what was really like, okay, did she ever think she was really intimidating people by coming with her intellectual prowess, let me put it that way, of feeling an act of, oh, being very very smart or smarter than every other person. Well, of course she said no, that wasn't her intention. She was doing everything she had to do as a techie queen. She had to just express herself the best way she could. That was all she could do. And if anybody ever feel or felt intimidated by her, that was their concern and not every problem or any problem on her. So also Nelson was also asked of Mashallah if his boisterous energy, yeah, that's the right word, the boisterous energy he was showing in the room, if it was a kind of show of how he handled himself. Nelson's report was like, no, that was just like very particular or typical of any young man. But let's me even go a bit further into this. bbnaija is a reality TV show and it's a competition, it's a game, and we are all here, or rather they are all there to win. So at that time, if you've gone through all the stages intermittently and now you're in the house, what is expected of you? Of course you have to do everything you have to do to get the crown. Where 60 million, come on, that is a whole lot of money. Aside that, opportunities are waiting, brands and all of that, people are watching you all over, so you God have to do everything you need to do to win the prize. Like I said in my video, beyond every other thing we see, bbnaija I think is another opportunity for youth, for people to really express themselves, creativity, innovativeness, intelligence, powers, what have you. Showcase it out there. You don't know who is watching, you don't even know. From there could just be even if you do not get the crown eventually or the win, you could just even get something that will lead you into bigger wings in the long run. Okay, I think they also mentioned the Diane being weak and all of that, but for me I really did not see a reason for that question anymore. You know why? Because I think that had been said in episode 2, like, okay, she was actually among those that were listed as those that were overshadowed and all of that. So that's why I decided that is who she is. But eventually she got into the house and she did everything she did. I think she spent up to about 8 weeks or there about before. So it was also a very very good one for her. Another question Ebuka actually asked was, okay, how amazing they were. So how amazing did they think they were, and what did they think about those that really bragged in the house? Of course you would know who this, and the 3 persons that were mentioned were, okay, Tacha, Shay and Amashala. And people were like, you know what, Shay really bragged, like over bragged at every situation, at every point in time. He was waiting for him to let you know that, you know what, this is who I am, this is who I am, blah 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 blah. Come on. And people were really getting really overboard or tired of that. And then Kim actually said, okay, that yeah, of course, she felt like a dictator, like pushing people around. That was what or how she felt she was. Then in the same vein, Ebuka asked her, okay, what did she think of Tacha? Of course, again, this was where the real drama started. The glass was like, you understand, they've been waiting for each other. Trust Tacha, she's the queen of, I think she's not the pepper, like she wouldn't really even let anybody at this time talk her down or bring her down for whatsoever reason. Like, okay, Tasha and Kim was like, okay, from the very beginning, I think what from the very beginning, the way, the disposition of Tasha and all of that, I think even when Ebuka asked her a question from the very beginning, she was like, okay, you know what, she was like, okay, I'm getting into the house, everyone is an escort. And that was, and some other things she actually highlighted, and those things didn't go well for her. It was a no for her. And Tasha, in response to that, Tasha was like, no, that she has questions, that is insecurity and lack of confidence, and if Kim had any of that, that they should, so she should sort it out instead of picking her on that. But I feel, well, at this time, everybody, you're coming with your guts, you're coming with your confidence, you're coming with whatever you're coming in with already has, so you should not, in fact, that was where the drama was or is, at least when everybody had one or two things to say actually about that situation, about what insecurity mean, bragging mean, abrasiveness. Venita actually highlighted, like spoke extensively on all of this, like, okay, what this means, what that means, and all of that. It was really where honestly, it was a feeling like, okay, in a classroom, like a classroom session or what have you. Then for Sheyi, also in his own wisdom, like in his own perspective or opinion, like he rightly said, also gave his own views on what he think bragging was, on what he think yes, lack of confidence and all of that was. Okay, and also there was a question that had to do with Esther, like, okay, would you put people down to get ahead? Yes, she was like, it doesn't really matter, people do that every now and then. If that is what you have to do to get ahead, why not do it, or not undermining the consequences that you would get in the long run. Like, it was really a real time of awareness or creativity. Like, you know what, this is a real TV reality show, and it is a game. Like, it is a game, and we have all come here to win. So why would I? And moreover, they don't even know each other before then, so we are all here to win. Here, of course, human relationship, managing people's emotion and all of that. For me, I'm not just saying my opinion, managing people's opinion and all of that matters. But then do not forget the reason, the purpose, the aim why you have come there, and getting it at is what definitely we help you at. Then Tasha also talked about insecurity, know how to win, that they've come here to win. Then confidence, that she knows she has confidence, blah blah blah. And do you understand a lot? So it's really I think he also asked another question, like, if they were coming to put people down. No, they're really not coming to put people down, but if that what really was to be done, it should be done. So these are some of the highlights or very topical things that happened, or I could just recall from episode 3 of Big Brother Naija. But interesting enough, this I think, okay, this is also for those auditioning or those that are even willing or planning to get into Big Brother has already. So you can see everything that is happening right now, and the whole aim for me, I would say, okay, if you're trying to go into the Big Brother house, yes, you meet people you've never met in your life. In the journey of life, you meet so many things, you meet so many people, but never forget the sole aim. Human relations matters a lot, managing people matters a lot, but in the long run, yours, what you're there for, is the most significant thing. And if that, or if the opportunity comes for you to showcase yourself, to let the world know who you are, why not just do it? It's either you win or you lose, but putting in your best foot for the win is always the best thing anyone can do at every point in time. So a lot of learnings, I think they already giving them expo on all of this. And I would even say, beyond sometimes what we see about Big Brother house, there are so many sides to it, and this includes creativity, intelligence, so many things, smartness, and what have you. People come with this from all walks of life to put it there, to put in what they know into action. Yes, let me put it that way, into action, and they get away with it. In the long run, they get the good or the positive aspect of it. So those are some of the things I actually noted that well. And also in the long run, there is a thin line between confidence and being inferior, so you have to choose where you need to be, and you should also be able to let people know the side that you are on. So hi guys, so this is just this is a brief of what I'm sending out to us this time on episode 3 of Big Brother Naija. So join me tomorrow for episode 4. I hope that will be very, very and much more interesting and exciting, and the topic will get excited with them. Thank you for catching up with me today. Bye.